Hey everybody, it's time for a loser's bracket game here in Strat-Bats. This is the very first elimination game, so the loser is going to be gone. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. And the starting pitchers for today's game, Eddie Cicotti from the 1919 Black Sox and Corey Kluber from the Cleveland Indians. So we'll get going here. First batter of the game is Nellie Fox. He rolls a 4-8 under Kluber, and that's a strikeout. So Corey Kluber starts out striking out Nellie Fox to start the ball game. Brings up Shoeless Joe. He would have cold feet today, as cold as it is if he didn't have any shoes on. 110. 110 is a line out to first, and quickly 2 away as Corey Kluber making quick work of the White Sox. Here's Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. And that is a 4-4 against Kluber. Ground ball to second, that's handled by Mr. Carlos Baerga, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3, first inning for the White Sox. And we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Francisco Lindor in there against Eddie Cicotti. And Francisco Lindor will lead things off. It's a 3-7. 3-7 is a pop out to third. So 1 away as Robin Ventura takes care of that. Here's Larry Doby, center fielder. That is a 2-8 for Larry Doby. And a 2-8 is a ground ball to short. So Cicotti rolling through the Indians real quick. Here's Joe Carter. Joe Carter playing right field in this game. 4-11 against Cicotti. 4-11 is a ground ball first base X. The first baseman for the White Sox is the Big Hurt Frank Thomas. And I need to pause this because I got to get my charts out. Always nice to have the charts out, isn't it? All right, for Frank Thomas is a 4. The roll is a 9. So we go to first baseman, a 4 and a 9. And that is an out. So he makes the play anyway, whether he's a 4 or not. And the first inning goes through without incident. After 1 inning, no score. Top 2, Maglio Ordonez leads off. It's a 5-6 against Kluber. 1-2 is a triple, and anything else will be a single. It is a 12, so it's a leadoff single for Maglio Ordonez. He gets the White Sox going. Here's Jose Abreu, the DH. And we get a 5-7 against Kluber. Ground ball shortstop X. The shortstop in this case is Lindor. He's a 1, and that's a 7. So a 1 and a 7. If that's an out number 3, it's a double play, and it certainly is. So 6-4-3 double play. So one thing I've remembered here in this basic game is if you get out number 3, that's a double play. It's like ground ball A. So there's 2 down. Bases are cleared for Harold Baines, center fielder. We get a 6-11 against Kluber. 6-11 is a fly ball left field X. Left fielder for the Indians is Albert Bell. Albert, don't call me Joey Bell. He's a 3. 3-11. 3-11 for an outfielder. A 3 and an 11 is a double. So it's a double for Harold Baines. That double play comes in large now. Now Baines is on second with 2 outs, and here's Robin Ventura. 3-6 for Ventura, and that's a chance for a home run, 1-7. Anything else, it's a fly out to the right fielder Carter. So 1-7, and we got a 2-0 ball game. It's a 12. It's a fly out to Carter, and the inning is over. So the White Sox threaten but do not score. We go to the bottom of the second, and Eddie Cicotti back on the bump facing Jim Thome, first baseman. And we get a 1-6 for Thome, and that's a home run. Jim Thome, look at his card. He's loaded on the 1 column. And he found it, a 1-6, and he has taken Cicotti deep. Indians grab a 1-0 lead. Here's Albert Bell. 5-10 for Albert Bell. 5-10 is a ground ball third base X. The third baseman for the Sox is Ventura. He's a 1. And that's a 14. 1 and a 14 should be a good play, I would think. 1 and a 14 is an out, so good play there. 1 away. Brings up Andre Thornton. Thornton, a 1-6. It's ground ball shortstop A. Well, the A part doesn't matter because the bases are empty. 2 down for Brooke Jacoby, third baseman. And that's a 5-9 against Cicotti. Ground ball second base, and that's going to end the inning. But the home run by Tommy puts the Indians on the board, and after 2 innings, it's Cleveland 1, Chicago nothing. All right, top 3, and Carlos Baerga leads off 4-9 against Kluber. 1 is a single. Anything else, he will line it to the third baseman, Jacoby. And that's a 4, so he's going to line it to Jacoby. 1 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter. Number 9 hitter is Przinsky goes down. Not Baerga, I got confused there. I had the wrong teams batting. But either way, it was off the pitcher's card, so it doesn't matter. So Ozzie Guillen's up there now. That was Przinsky. Now this is Ozzie Guillen. 1-9 for Guillen. 1-9 is a line out to second, and that's out number 2. Sends us to the top of the order for Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox, a 6-8 against Kluber, is a strikeout, and that's going to end the top of the third. So Corey Kluber large and in charge. We go to the bottom of the third. Now Carlos Baerga gets to bat, and he'll be facing Eddie Cicotti. So Baerga a 1-7. 1-7 is a strikeout. So Carlos waited that long to go to bat, and he struck out. Brings up the catcher, John Romano, number 9 hitter. And that is a 5-9 against Cicotti. That's a ground ball to second for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Francisco Lindor. I'm trying to get this thing done on my lunch half-hour break. 3-7 for Lindor, and it's a pop out to third. That's why I'm not doing it live. I just want to get it done. All right, so 3 up, 3 down go the Indians. We've played 3 complete, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. Top of the 4th, and Shoeless Joe to lead things off. He lined to third his first time up, 4-6. 4-6 against Kluber is a strikeout. So Shoeless Joe with the K brings up Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. 1-5 for Thomas. That's a home run. That column 1 is dangerous. Thomas found it, and we got a tie ball game. It's the Big Hurt put the hurt on that one. And we are tied at 1 apiece. Here's Maglio Ordonez, 6-2. And that's a strikeout as Kluber comes back to strike him out. 2 down, and that brings up Jose Abreu, the DH. 4-8 is another strikeout. So Kluber gets him on the strikeout there. So aside from the home run, he struck out the side, but the home run counts as a run. Go to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied at 1, and Larry Doby will lead off the bottom of the 4th against Cicotti. Doby, a 5-9. That is a ground ball to second. Had that 5-9 quite a bit on Cicotti's card. I've seen that result several times. Joe Carter, it's a 1-8. Carter, 1 is a double, but most likely it's going to be a single, 2-20. And that's what it is. It's a single for Joe Carter. Carter's an A stealer. Przinsky is a 4 catcher. It's awful tempting, but with Tommy coming up, he homered last time. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so let Tommy bat. 2-9, and he strikes out. So it's feast or famine for Tommy. And there's 2 away. Brings up Albert Bell. That's the thing with these sets like this. These guys have such power. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning by getting caught stealing. 3-7 for Bell is a walk, and the inning continues for the DH Andre Thornton. And now 2 are on with 2 outs for Andre Thornton. Thornton, that's a 1-6. He's going to ground ball to short, and that's going to be the end of the inning. So nothing doing for the Indians after 4 complete. We're tied at 1. Top of the 5th, Harold Baines to lead things off. It's a 2-8 for Harold Baines, and he will strike out. So Baines out on strikes brings up Robin Ventura. Ventura a 3-5. 3-5 for Ventura is a fly to right. So that is quickly 2 away. Bringing up A.J. Pierzynski. Pierzynski, a 3-5, is a strikeout. So Kluber making short work of the White Sox in this inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still a 1-1 ball game. And Brooke Jacoby coming in to face Cicotti. Jacoby at 2-11 is a ground ball to short. That's 1 away. Brings up Carlos Baerga. 6-12. 6-12 against Sakati as a ground ball to the pitcher. So ground ball right back to Sakati, an easy 2 outs. For the catcher, John Romano. No relation to Ray Romano, I don't believe. 4-8. 4-8 for Sakati. A 1-6 is a single. 7-20 will be a line out to second. And it's a line out to second, and the inning is over. So the 5th inning goes by real quick. 3 up, 3 down on both sides. We played 5 complete. It's the White Sox 1 and the Indians 1. Top of the 6th, and Ozzie Guillen to lead off. 2-10. 2-10. Ground ball to first. 1 away. That'll bring up the top of the order, and Nellie Fox. Fox, it's a 4-9 against Kluber. 1 is a single. Anything else, he will line out to the third baseman, Brooke Jacoby. And it's a 5, so he lines out to Jacoby. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Joe Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-4. Well, this time he's going to get a base hit. It might be a home run. No, I'm sorry, it's 1-4. 2-4. 2-4 is a ground out to the pitcher. My bad, I was looking at column 1. Column 2 is simply a ground ball back to Kluber. And the White Sox are done in order. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 1-1 tie. Sakati back on the mound. Will be facing Francisco Lindor, the top of the order. Lindor followed by Doby and Carter. 5-3. 5-3 against Sakati. He's a ground ball pitcher, X, and he is a 3. So we'll check his defensive prowess. That's a 2. That might be a hit. 3 and a 2 is a single. So an infield single for Lindor as he gets things rolling. Brings up Larry Doby. Doby, 2-8 for Doby. Ground ball shortstop A, that's a 6-4-3 double play. So maybe we should have had a steal or a hit and run or something, but the guys hit home runs. You like to keep the home run hitters going. So bases empty, 2 outs for Joe Carter. 3-3. Ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. And nothing doing for the Indians here in the 6th. So we played 6 complete. And nothing's been settled yet. We're tied at 1. All right, the big hurt. Frank Thomas is going to lead things off. He homered his last time up to tie the game. 3-6. This time he will draw a walk. So Kluber didn't want to mess with the big hurt. It's a leadoff walk. Brings up Maglio Ordonez. And this is a 4-5 off of Kluber, and that's a strikeout. So yet another strikeout for Kluber. He is racking those up big time. Brings up Jose Abreu. 3-11 for Abreu. And again, ground ball to short, double play. So they do it again, another double play, 6-4-3. And that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing here in the top of the 7th. We got the 7th inning stretch. And Jim Thome stepping to the plate to face Sakati. Both starters still going strong. No sign of any bullpen activity whatsoever. Here's Thome. He homered for the Cleveland's only run. 3-11 is a walk. So Sakati didn't want to mess with Thome either. So there's a walk to lead things off. Brings up Albert Bell. Bell, a 2-11. 2-11 is a ground ball second base B, so it's a force play. Fielder's choice, 4-6. 1 away for Andre Thornton, the DH. Thornton, a 2-6. 2-6 for Thornton is a walk. So that puts 2 on with 1 out for Brooke Jacoby. And maybe the Indians might have something going here. As Brooke Jacoby steps up. 4-9 against Sakati is a strikeout. So it's out number 2. Big out there. Now it's up to Carlos Baerga if the Indians are going to do anything. 2-8. 2-8 for Baerga. He just got a single, so let's see if the runner can score from second. It's Albert Bell. Let's check his running rating. Albert Bell is a 13. And I have to pause the video because I think you get an extra 2 on this with 2 outs, but let me double check it. Okay, as I thought, you got the extra 2. So he becomes a 1-15, and that's good enough odds for them to send him. So a 1-15, Albert Bell will score. It's a 2. He does score most definitively. And the Indians take the lead on the Carlos Baerga RBI single. They grab a 2-1 lead here in the 7th and brings up John Romano with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Romano a 1-7, and he just missed a 3-run homer. It's a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. But the Indians break through on that RBI single by Baerga. And we go to the 8th. It's Cleveland 2, Chicago 1. Okay, top 8, and we got Harold Baines, followed by Ventura and Pierzynski. 5-11 against Kluber. 5-11's ground ball to the pitcher X. Kluber is a 3 on his defensive rating. And that's a 10. So we'll check that out. A 3 and a 10 is an out 3, so he made the play. On the comebacker, that's 1 away. Brings up Robin Ventura. Robin Ventura. 2-3 for Ventura is a line out to second. That's out number 2. And we might get a pinch hitter for Pierzynski. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and pull out a pinch hitter for Pierzynski. And then we'll get a new catcher, Sherm Lawler. All right, pinch hitter is Paul Konerko. So Konerko is going to try to see if he can't do something here with 2 outs and the bases empty. It's a 2-10. 2-10, he pops to second, so he fails in his pinch hitting abilities or duties. He will pop to second, and the inning is over. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, and we're actually going to get a new pitcher for Cicotti, so we're right back in the White Sox bullpen. All right, new White Sox pitcher is knuckleballer Hoyt Wilhelm. His 67 season when he had a 1.31 ERA with 12 saves. He'll be facing the top of the order, Lindor, Doby, and Carter. 6-7 against Wilhelm is a fly to left. That's 1 away. 1 quick out there. Here's Larry Doby. He's 0 for 3. He's had a rough day. 2-6. Doesn't get any better, maybe. It might. 1-13 is going to be a single. Anything else is a line out to second. It's a single, so Doby finally gets off the schneid, gets his base hit. He's aboard for Joe Carter. Carter, a 5-5 against Wilhelm, and that's a strikeout. So Joe Carter out on strikes for out number 2. Brings up Jim Thome. He had that big home run way back in the 2nd inning, 1-8. And he almost did it again. 1-8's a 1-5 double. 6-20 is a single. 2 stars, so no run will score. It's a 16, it's a single. And going to third is Doby on that single. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Albert Bell. Wilhelm has to settle in here and not let any runs come across. 6-9, and he did it with a strikeout. So Wilhelm buckles down, knuckleballs Albert Bell into submission. And we go to the top of the 9th. And I believe the Indians are going to their bullpen. So we'll take a look and see Kluber's fighting to stay in there, but I believe the manager is going to make the move. We're right back with the new Cleveland pitcher. All right, top of the 9th, couple of changes. Cody Allen is in now to relieve and try to save it for the Indians. It's his 2016 card when he had a 2.51 ERA and 32 saves. And leadoff hitter was scheduled to be Ozzie Guillen, but it's going to be Ron Kittle. His 1983 rookie season when he hit 35 home runs. They're looking for the long ball. So Ron Kittle's pinch hitting against Cody Allen. It's a 5-7. 5-7 is a strikeout. So Ron Kittle is out on strikes. And the White Sox are 2 outs away from being eliminated. Brings up Nellie Fox. That's a 1-5. 1-2 is a single. Anything else he will line to second to Baerga. And that's what he does. He lines to Baerga. And the White Sox are down to the last out, and it's shoeless Joe Jackson, the last chance for the Sox. 6-9 against Cody Allen is a strikeout, and the ball game is over. And the White Sox are eliminated by the final score of 2-1. Winning pitcher was Corey Kluber. The losing pitcher was Eddie Cicotti, although he pitched very well. And the save goes to Cody Allen. So, let's pause the video. I'll get the little thing that shows the tournament. I don't have to pause it. It's right here. So I'll fill in the losers bracket with the Cleveland Indians. So with that, Cleveland now will be facing the Boston Red Sox. So that's the next elimination game for the Indians. Will be playing the White Sox. The loser of that game will be out of the Strat-Bats tournament. And the White Sox will pack it in and head back in their envelope and call it a day and try again some other time. So once again, final score. It is the Cleveland Indians 2, Chicago White Sox 1. Until next time, hope you guys enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you down the road.